Hey everybody, so welcome back to the channel. So we're going to do an unboxing of the Hobby King Avio Spitfire. This plane came in pretty rough condition when it came in. Obviously I opened it because I had to check it. Just want to show the damage. It's pretty funny because I had this Spitfire and the Motion RC Spitfire. I got them both pretty much at the same time because I wanted to compare the two of them. And both of the Spitfires, out of all the planes I got, both the Spitfires both came in damaged. The boxes were just hammered. I don't think this is a reflection of Hobby King or Motion. It's a FedEx thing. But I will say that both companies were pretty fast to respond. I sent them pictures of the damage, and both companies made it right. Motion would have rathered that I sent the order back. I didn't receive the order when I saw the condition of the box. Unfortunately, I wasn't home when the packages were delivered, and my wife signed and received for them, and I didn't know about the damage until, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours later, and by then it was already too late. So they actually sent me wings and another part for the Spitfire that was damaged. The one stipulation is, though, I have to swap all the parts over. They just sent me the foam, but they had to open up a new kit to do that. So I appreciated them doing that, because now essentially they have another kit that they have open that they took parts out of. You know, that does cost them, where if it did come in damaged, it was the shipping companies. If I would have just sent it back, they could have got a refund from the shipping company or did something like that. So anytime I've had an issue, Motion has been very good to take care of me, as well as Hobby King. Hobby King, when I ordered the plane, they were not able to send me a wing because the wings were actually backstocked. This is when I bought this, it had just came out and they didn't have any spare parts yet. So they gave me a store credit, and then eventually I got a new wing. So here we are, we're going to do an unboxing. I am trying to get as much done as I possibly can right now. Flying season, I don't know, is about a month away. I have not been able to get as much done as I wanted to. Hashtag life, kids, work, house, everything else. So that's why I'm in a mad rush right now. I'd like to get another 3 or 4 planes built before flying season starts. I don't know if that's going to happen. Still currently working on the Albatross. I finished the Park Zone P-51. I finished the F-16. I have a couple of other planes that need repairs. Now, it's funny, my wife, friends, everybody kind of makes fun of me because, you know, I feel like I need like 30 planes. So right now, I think out of my total 15 flying planes, I would say half of them right now I can actually take to the field and put in the air. Right now, if I wanted to charge a couple batteries and go out, I would probably, out of the 15, would probably only be able to take 6 or 7 of them. A bunch of them are damaged. That's just how it goes, right? So you spend a day out at the fields and stuff happens. You know, battery dies, servo goes out, you catch a cross draft on landing or takeoff, and next thing you know, your plane's in a million pieces. So just to show you how far that damage went in. Now, this is a testament to how well they pack these planes, because when I saw this box as well as the Motion RC box, I fully expected them both to be completely destroyed, and they weren't. This plane really wasn't that bad. So now, I've liked Spitfires forever, but you know, I'm an American bloke, not a British bloke, and I kind of stay with the American planes. I know it doesn't matter, and it's kind of funny, but I kind of won't get a German or a Japanese plane from World War II just because I feel like that's sacrilege. this year I got the Spitfire, and I also got the Lancaster from Hobby King, the V3. So we'll be doing an unboxing on that one, and maybe I'll fly. I'll do a British flying day where I fly the Lancaster and the Spitfire. So this plane was very well packed. As you can see, the outside of this box looks like it should have been destroyed. A little flappy hole there. But the plane wasn't that bad. You can see the foam they used to package it stayed pretty tight. The wing did take a pretty good hit. The wing has a little bit of a bend to it, so what I might do is I might try to straighten it out, maybe fly it with this wing, and I do have the new wing in a box that they sent me, so maybe we'll keep that wing as a spare, and we'll keep this one nice right now, and we'll use this one, and hopefully if this wing gets damaged, it won't be that big of a deal. So now one thing I'm hoping is, and I haven't done a lot of research on this plane, it's literally, I got it, I don't know, 6 or 7 months ago, and it's been sitting here in a box ever since. I do know that some of the stuff that Hobby King makes is really good quality. I have a couple of planes from them. Actually, my first iNav plane was a Bixler, but I have the EF Extra from them. What else do I have? I have the Albatross. Huh. Is that it? Yeah, all I have right now from Hobby King that I'm actually flying is the EF Extra. That's a really fast plane, by the way. Alright, we're going to toss all this garbage on the side over here. Nice set of decals. Put whatever livery you want on there. That's nice. I have high hopes for this plane. And I will probably open the Motion Spitfire next because I really want to compare the two of them. And this is the wing. So you can see the wing has a nice dent and bend to it. What I'm going to do is, you can see how bad it's dented and bent right there. What I'm going to do is, you can see it right there. You can see the dent and the bend. It's pretty bad. You can't really see it with the light, but it's pretty bad. What I'm probably going to do is, though, I'm going to use some hot water. Yeah, I'm going to use some hot water on it and see if I can kind of do the hot water trick and then maybe kind of reshape the wing a little bit, because the wing does have a little bit of a bend to it now. I don't think structurally it's that bad, but you can see it also, it took a hard enough hit through there that it popped out that right there. So I'll check all the wires. I'll make sure that's all good. I don't know if the wing they sent me comes fully assembled. If it comes fully assembled, I might just swap the wing. I'll have to decide. I will have to decide. But yeah, foam's really nice quality. That's one thing I like about the EF Extra. The foam quality on the EF Extra is just superb. It's really nice. The EF Extra is a well-built little plane, and this feels really solid too. Really solid, really nice quality foam. I'm definitely going to have to, I'm looking at this thing took a good shot. I'm definitely going to have to take this apart and make sure that all the wires are good. Why did they do this like this? Is this, oh, it's the gear switch, okay. It's the gear wiring. I wonder if this little servo board does anything, or if it's just a connection board. It's very interesting. Just looks like it's a little servo PDB. But I wonder if it does anything more than that. It doesn't look like it's like a gear timer or anything like that. Okay. this should go up through here. I will have to take a look at that. Definitely something I'm going to have to take a look at. Let's just lay this flat on here for now. Alright, so let's get the rest of this stuff out of the box. Let's get the fuse out. Fuse out. Oh, summer. Nose cone. Screws and hardware. And then the elevator. Ooh, split elevator. Very nice paint, very nice foam quality, I gotta say. Avios does not... Is this Avios or Durafly? I think this is Durafly. I think they're the same company. I think they're both owned by Hobby Kids. Oh, it's a Durafly. Yes, Durafly makes really good stuff, I gotta say. I was, for the price of the EF Extra, they make two planes, the EF and the EF Extra, or the EX. I have the EF Extra, I believe it's called. Oh, just kicked the wing. Mine's been through some trials and tribulations with the ground, so it's glued back together. It's like a hard lane. This plane cruises. It's a solid little tank of a plane, and I think when I originally bought this EF Extra, it was $150 or $159. When you think of the price of that, right? For instance, this Spitfire, I think this one's $240. That would be hard even if you did like a flight test type plane. Okay, that's why I like a bunch of these ARFs. Even if you did like a flight test type of plane, okay, to buy servos, control surfaces, motor, ESC. And then all the foam and building material to do that, you're going to be at, if not more than $150. So for what they provide you for $150, and this plane is an absolute rocket ship. When I say rocket ship, this is an easy 100-mile-per-hour plane. All right, and I've only flown it on 4S. I haven't tried it on 6S. I know some people fly it on 6S, and it is a rocket ship. So great plane. Like I said, it's had some really hard, crashes. Still flies great. Really solid plane, and I feel like this Durafly Spitfire is going to be exactly the same. Let's put this back up here without damaging too much stuff. Ugh. There we go. I really got to figure out this plane mounting up here. I got to rearrange some of these planes. Okay. Hopefully you guys didn't just see my butt when I was doing that. Yeah, you probably did. That looks like that was right around butt location. Anyways, I'll blur that out on the video. So, very nice fuselage. No damage. It looks very similar to the EF Extra, which I was kind of hoping it was. I feel like the Motion Spitfire is going to be a little bit more scale looking and feeling, and I'm okay with that. I expected that from the Motion. The Motion Spitfire is a little bit bigger. It's probably another $100, I want to say, or in that range. I'll compare the prices for you guys. I'll also show you pictures of that box and the way that one came in as well. Very cool. Nice foam, nice solid foam. It's got a nice little fiberglass tray in here. I could see that cracking in a crash. Normally they use like little plywood, but it looks like they're trying to save some weight. You can see in there it's all slid out. Maybe it's for air. Nice ESC. Yeah, nice little plane. Really nice little plane. So I have basically two categories of planes that I like. 3 categories of planes that I kind of stay within. So I like smaller 1,000mm, 1,100mm planes, hand tossed jets. There's a couple of areas I fly at where the grass is just too tall and it's just a big open field with tall grass, and you can't really take off with anything that has landing gear or small retracts like this. There's no real area for me to do that. So this plane may end up being a hand toss special, and I might have to swap this wing apart because I can see this wheel right here is pretty dented in. The retract might have took a shot. I really wish I noticed that sooner, because now I kind of own it. It's too late. Interesting. We'll see what happens. I'll have to check the other wing and see if it comes in assembled or not. Nice. I believe this is a 1,100mm plane. About the same size as the Park Zone P-51. It's got some weight on it. Looks like they have a weighted prop nut on here. It's probably so you can level out the tail weight. It doesn't feel too tail heavy though. A lot of weight in the nose, not a lot in the tail. This is a nice solid motor. These Turnigy motors, they're like little pieces of jewelry. They're really nice. They're solid. I have a spare one over here I could show you real quick. I have stuff everywhere right now. I normally don't work like this. I try to work like a gentleman, but I've just been in rapid build mode. So this is the motor, spare motor from an EF Extra. It's a 1780 kV motor. I think this has got the similar motor in it, but you can just see they're really nice motors. And they rip. They absolutely rip. So this is going to be a fun plane with an FPV setup on it. I'm digging the cockpit. This might be a good plane to put the camera inside the cockpit and not on the outside. See if I could cut apart that canopy without making too much damage to the foam, because this green's going to be a pain in the butt to match if I do mess it up. But yeah, there's a nice little cockpit in there, so I can, the plastic's pretty clear. Might be a good area to put a cam in there, get that pilot out of there. And there, look, there's a hole right there for me to run all my wires in. Pretty cool. So maybe I will take this cockpit off, put the camera there, maybe put it on a pan servo. Yeah, nice plane. Very nice little plane. And I just got to figure out what's up with this wiring. And if I need to swap that or not. I need to check all these connections, make sure they're good. Yep, this is it's very tight, I can tell you that. It's just like the EF Extra. That's the one thing about the EF Extra. It is a tight little plane when you're putting it together and you're getting the electronics in there. So there we go. That's basically what we're looking at there, like that. Just like there. That back on there, like that. Well, this is going to be a quick build. I'm not going to go too crazy with this one, like I said. A, because of the issues with the wing. So the part that'll probably take me the most time is getting the canopy off cleanly and getting a camera in there. And maybe I'll just chop this center window out. That might be a good idea. Maybe I'll just chop the center window out because I'm going to need some air in there for the FPV cam. And the VTX. Put the VTX in the back right there. Yeah. Very cool little plane. Does come with retracts for that price, so it's a nice little plane. Very well made. Nice foam. Solid. Durafly makes some good stuff. You know, like I said before in previous videos, I'm not a fan of every plane from every manufacturer. I think some planes are better from some manufacturers. From Hobby King, I think Durafly, you know, EF Extra, the Spitfire, it's a great product. Now, if I was going to buy something like the B-17 from Hobby King, I personally, I haven't owned one. I don't really like it that much. I don't like the way it looks from the pictures and stuff I've seen for it. So that's why I have a B24 from Motion. But to each his own. Everybody has their own feel. Everybody has what they like. I don't knock anybody. As long as you're up in the air flying with me, we're all cool. Very cool. This will be a quick build. And that's all she wrote. And just throw a quick regular receiver in here. Set up the retracts. Throw an FPV setup in the canopy. Decide whether or not I'm going to cut that off or not, or if I'm just going to pop the whole piece off. Just looks like I should be able to get in there. It's got some space so I won't have to damage the foam. And that's it. That's all, folks. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching, and this will be a quick build. Have a good one.